You want to know how I got these scars? I'm sorry. What's going on, guys? I'm Chris and welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be ranking all the live action Jokers in movies specifically. Joker 2 just hit theaters, and so now's the perfect time to make this video. Before I give you my ranking, be sure to hit that like button, comment down below your ranking of the live action Jokers in film, subscribe to that notification bell to help reach my goal of 150,000 subscribers here on the channel. It would mean a lot. If you want extra content from reaction videos to commentary tracks and live Q&As, you can find that over on my Patreon. So over the years, we've had 5 live action Jokers in movies, and I'm ranking them right now based on my personal favorites. In dead last, at number 5, we've got Jared Leto, which should come as a surprise to no one. He played Joker in 2016 Suicide Squad, and if you followed the channel for any time, I've said this is probably my least favorite movie ever made. His performance in this movie, it just feels like such a joke. He's doing way too much. Very over-the-top character, and if you dig into the behind-the-scenes of Leto's performance, some disgusting things were going on that I can't get out of my brain. He took it way too far, and I don't know, I just don't vibe with this performance at all, and we briefly see him in Zack Snyder's Justice League at the very end, and I was like, oh, we're gonna see this character again. Just kidding, because Zack Snyder's Justice League ends up being an hour of post-credit scenes setting up nothing. But at the end of the day, this specific version of the character is my least favorite live-action Joker, comfortably. The face tattoos, the get-up, the antics surrounding this character, all frankly cringe and just doesn't feel like the Joker to me. At number 4, I've got Cesar Romero, the Joker from the 1966 Batman film starring Adam West. This movie is about as cheesy as it gets, all right? You've got shark repellent, you've got the Riddler, the Penguin. It's very, very cheesy and a product of its time for sure, but I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of endearing. This Joker doesn't provide much. He's got face makeup on and he is a goofy character. Other than that, I couldn't tell you much. I haven't seen this movie since I watched all the Batman movies leading up to The Batman back in 2022. Do I intend to watch the 1960s Batman ever again? Honestly, no, but I can say that that was a competent Joker, whereas Leto's was unwatchable at times. At least this is about as basic of a Joker as it gets. Not much else to say there.
And that's all I have to say about that.
At number 3 on my list, I've got Jack Nicholson's Joker. He played the character in 1989's Batman. I'm not gonna lie, one of my hottest takes that I don't talk about a lot is I think the Burton Batmans are okay at best, with Batman Returns being a bad movie. I know, probably just upset some of you, but Batman 89 wasn't ever my thing growing up. I didn't go see this movie in theaters because I wasn't born. I wasn't on this earth when this movie came out, and so I have zero nostalgia. Batman to me is the Dark Knight trilogy. That's what I grew up watching, right? This is fine. It's a very campy take on the Joker. You've got him, you know, running around singing and dancing to Prince songs at times, and he's got the Joker gadgets. Nicholson is a great actor, one of the all-time greats, I would say. His version of the Joker's fine. There's an interesting twist they put on his character. Spoilers for Batman, where he's actually the one who kills Bruce Wayne's parents. Didn't see that coming when I first watched this movie, but love or hate this movie or this performance, you kind of have to recognize how iconic it has become. It was the first time we really saw a real, legit Joker on the big screen, played by a big-name Oscar-winning actor. So while the movie's not my favorite and Nicholson's Joker's a bit too goofy for me, I do respect it. My runner-up is going to be Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. He played the character in 2019's Joker, where he won his first ever Oscar for playing Arthur Fleck, and then he reprised the role this year playing Joker, or Arthur, in Joker 2, Joker Folie, Deux, whatever you want to call it. I have a review that I'll link up above of this movie. If we were just talking Joker rankings post-Joker, so like October 2019, I would argue you could put Arthur Fleck at number 1. But having seen this sequel, I cannot do that in good conscience. Joker 2 really contradicts a lot of things set up in the first film and waters down Joaquin's Joker. Is he even the Joker? This movie argues maybe he isn't by the end. Don't want to get into too many spoilers, but performance alone is fantastic from Joaquin, especially in that first film. And again, I really wish I could just assess this portrayal of the character through one film, but the second film exists. And this is a perfect example of a sequel that's not needed. I think of a lot of popular one-off films, something like, say, Inception, that has an ending that feels final but still has ambiguity and allows the viewer to theorize and speculate about what really happened at the end. You could do that with the first Joker, right? With a sequel, it makes that first film feel final. It kind of devalues the ending of that first movie and takes away from a lot that worked in the original Joker. It's very frustrating. In many ways, you could argue that Joker 2 ruins the character, and honestly, it's a damn shame that this is a studio being greedy, trying to capitalize on the success of a billion-dollar film when everything behind the scenes that, went into making Joker 2 set the film up for failure. You can read up about it all you want, but there's a real problem. You give Todd Phillips a $200 million budget and say, hey, have at it. We don't really care what you make. It was a disaster waiting to happen, and we're seeing the results at the box office right now. Not good. I tip my hat to you. I loved you in 2019's Joker, and I was rooting for him to win the Oscar over Adam Driver. My real pick was probably Leo in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but that was a long shot. I mean it, motherfucker. But if we were basing this solely on 2019's Joker, I'm all in. I would argue you could put him at number 1. But having seen Joker 2 really takes the character down a notch for me, and I could not put him any higher in good conscience. Because at number 1, the top spot for live-action Joker in movie history has to be Heath Ledger's performance in The Dark Knight. There was a point in time where I thought Joaquin was over him, and having seen Joker 2, I'm like, get out of here. What was I thinking? How could I ever go against the king? Rest in peace, Heath Ledger. He delivered maybe the best performance ever put to film in The Dark Knight. A lot of people would say that. I'm not going to argue with you there. He's become so iconic over the years in his own right. A lot of people will say, well, he has Batman to bounce off of, obviously, and they have some great scenes. Pinpoint the interrogation scene alone. But The Dark Knight wouldn't work without Ledger's performance. The opening is all Joker. There's no Batman in the opening, so the people who are like, oh, it's just because he has Batman to bounce off of. Most of Joker's scenes, it's just him. Line delivery after line delivery is instantly iconic. This movie's quotable, and most of the quotes are from Joker. And here we go. You got multiple scenes with let's put a smile on that face. His mannerisms, his quirks, the way he licks his lips, everything about him is just so creepy. He's a slimy character. A lot of people say, oh, he's too dark. Yeah, that's the point, but also he does have a lot of dark humor that works here that kind of goes over people's heads, I feel. Like, this character is funny. There's just these little humorous moments with him. Physical humor a lot of the times, too. Like, the way that he hits the charge when he tries to blow up the hospital. Like, yes, this character is a very demented, evil person inherently, but he does actually provide for some humor as you would want the Joker to do. No Joker in live action will ever top Ledger. Yes, Joaquin won an Oscar for his performance, but if you look back, it's more Arthur Fleck, less Joker. This is a full-on Joker performance. It's iconic. Ledger's Joker's probably the best supervillain we've ever seen, and I have a hard time not putting it number 1. I think all of you probably agree he is the number 1 live-action Joker. I'm interested to see if Barry Keoghan in the Batman films could maybe take that spot one day, but for now, it's comfortably Heath Ledger's Joker. But that's my quick ranking of all 5 live-action Jokers in movies. Let me know yours in the comments down below and hit that like button. Subscribe to that notification bell and stay tuned for more content coming very soon. But until next time, I'll see you guys later.